have officially weaned into 2023.
We made it.
Start at birth, fam. Hello.
We made it, folks.
And good yontif.
Yeah, welcome.
I mean, I guess good evening. This is later than we normally record.
That's true.
It's fucking monsooning out there.
It's pretty wet.
You see what I meant? Was it like, I mean, I was going, like, I feel like I was driving into the sea.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Like, there were a couple, my bag got lost at LAX.
Yeah.
One bag, which is odd.
The other one made it
the ski bag somehow made it.
Yeah.
But the, like, regular size check bag just somehow ventured onward to San Jose. And so, yeah, they called this morning and said that they had it. So I drove down to LAX to get it. And I was filming an Entitled Housewife video while I was doing it.
In the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it kind of brought me back to, like, the first video I ever recorded as Entitled.
Yeah, yeah.
I had just started She Gone. Thank you. I just started She Gone Inc. and I had to go into, like, JP Morgan Chase for a meeting, and I went in dressed as Entitled because I was like, this is going to be really annoying.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like maybe I'll be ballsier if I'm dressed as Entitled Housewife.
Yeah.
And it kind of felt like that again. I was like, I don't want to drive to fucking LAX today. And I was like, I'm going to go as Entitled.
Yeah.
And
Make
just,
some
like,
content out of it.
Stomping through the fucking airport. Just like, I mean, it's just unbelievable. You know? It's just everyone's here and it's just a free-for-all grabbing bags. And,
Did she get the job done?
The whole fucking point. And we're back. The whole point I was saying that is because a couple times while I was filming in the car, I, like, drove through a huge puddle.
Yeah.
And while filming, you see it in the video, I go, oh, fuck.
Oh.
All right, listen, we've put on a couple
Careful,
pounds.
those things they're not.
I just moved the whole couch, the whole Joe Coy custom couch.
Yeah. Puddles in it. Well, the streets in LA aren't designed to shed water.
They certainly are not.
And apparently neither are roofs, because I have a cup taped to my wall right now.
Oh, no.
Just collecting drips from today.
Oh, no.
Because it's just been trickling through the same spot.
So you have a leak.
I have a leak.
Well, what are you going to do about that?
Realistically?
Are you not going to do anything?
I mean, I'm in a condo. We have an HOA. I've been the squeaky wheel about having to get our roof redone. And everyone hates me because I'm always like, we need to spend money on these improvements so our building doesn't fall apart. And also, I'm on the top floor and my unit is the one getting rained in. But they kind of hate me. And
isn't there someone else on the top floor too, or is it just you?
There's 3 of us up there. But I think mine's in a particular spot that is, like, susceptible to the leak. But
have we been on your roof before? Bouncing around?
Probably. Yeah,
Probably
actually,
us.
yeah. No, dude, dropped your foot through it.
I didn't want to tell you then, but
yeah, no, no, it's not. It's a boring detail, but it's like the junction where the stairwell wall meets the roof, and it's just a corner, so it's not well waterproofed.
Man,
it's fine.
Yeah.
But the cup is, it's doing its job right now.
It's nice that you're relaxed about it.
I'm not. Well,
I mean, did you see what?
Yes,
the leak at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Watching that whole thing unfold was just like, I mean, yeah. Every time I'm with them, I'm like, you guys are unhinged. You've lost it.
I can't believe. I mean, I guess what do you do when the water's, like, squirting out horizontally?
Well, I'll tell you what you don't do.
Rags.
You
to
don't
the wall.
tape socks and rags with, like, black Gorilla Tape to it.
So your parents sprung a leak.
Yeah, they taped the towels to the wall. It was a disaster. The wall looks like a disaster. That's the end of that.
Okay, great. Moving on.
God damn it. God.
I don't know where to go.
I mean, what do we do?
Oh my God. Do I have black all over my face?
No, you're fine.
Oh
Just,
my God.
You got your cheeks zit. It's fine. You can't even see it.
Dude.
Oh, stop it.
You can.
I
can feel it. I know it's there.
No,
I got a big
fine.
pimple on my cheek, guys. I'm trying to cover it with my hair.
She's just like,
yeah.
New Year's was good.
Cousin Ed over here.
Yeah, it was good to see the family. And anyways,
it's really great.
Is there any way to turn the temperature down?
It is really. It's not.
All right. Renee, our producer, texted us this morning and said, what temperature would you like the studio? And I said 69 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's usually what I put hotel rooms to.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty solid.
It's funny and comfortable.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hot.
I wonder.
Maybe even just nice and low. I hope that, by this time in 2023, things are feeling okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good so far. I read this book called Atomic Habits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I saw you posted on your Instagram story now that you're more active.
Oh, my God, dude.
It's nice. I feel like almost everyone in my life that's not a comic, like, it's radio silence.
Yeah.
And I have to pick up the phone, call them up, and say, what the fuck you been doing?
Like, actually be a friend instead of just tracking people on social media.
Yes. I would like to peruse from afar.
Yeah.
Just for the mundane updates.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you played with your kid today, okay?
Yeah.
You painted something. You read Atomic Habits.
I read Atomic Habits. I liked it.
Okay.
It talks about how, like, goal setting is fine, but goals are often, like, too lofty to be achievable. And if you focus on building habits and breaking bad habits, those smaller wins are, like, way more graspable. Is that the word? Easy to grasp.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you take a habit that you already do successfully and then you add something to it so that they become associated.
I see.
So, like, I always brush my teeth in the morning and put on deodorant.
Yeah.
And then now I make my bed after I brush my teeth so that it's, like, a clear,
so it's kind of like
the two happen together.
Chunkings of habits. Chunky monkeys.
Habit stacking, which is what I said it was.
Fuck off. I was digging through my phone notes of, I don't know. I feel like the first month of the year, I always, like, dive into old shit I've written.
Okay.
And just, like, take a look at where I've been and, like, what I, I always, like, start journaling in January. And then it completely is, like, and it's so many details in January. And it was just funny to look at some of them because it's, like, similar. It's just the cadence has not changed. Like, the style of writing has not changed. And this was written 2013.
Oh, you went that far back.
Yeah, there's one, for some reason, there's something on my phone called, like, Becky's iPhone notes. And there's 60 of them, and they're all from, like, way back when.
Okay.
It's a lot of really embarrassing set lists.
Okay.
Of, like, this guy had a micro penis, and yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's kind of cheesy.
Okay.
Okay. Written in 2013 in regards to my childhood.
Okay.
I never felt like I fit in with anyone. I've always felt alone or on the outskirts. In elementary school, I always wanted to be one of the cool kids, but I had birth control bangs, buck teeth, and rarely bathed. I wore leotards almost every day. I didn't get to bond with the kids during PE and after-school sports because I would leave a period early to go to gymnastics. In middle school, I quit gymnastics, got braces, and went through 2 Max Smolder eyeliners a week. I wasn't a goth. I just thought it would make 8th graders think I was game to make out and do hand stuff.
Oh my God.
I spent a lot of days and nights full of fear about situations like recess, lunch, and hall passings. I used to plot ways to be a more interesting or entertaining person during passing times. Why should people want to hang out with me? What can I even bring to the table? I wanted to be anything but normal. The last thing I wanted to do was be a boring person who only has the weather to talk about during passing times. But I think that factor of being an outlier, if only in my head, helps fuel my desire to meet new people and build relationship with different groups and individuals. I never really feel in with anyone. I'm a lone wolf and a tumbleweed, and I don't think that'll ever change.
Dude, that's so cute. That's so cute. And, I mean, probably still true. Why did you copy and paste it?
I just was kind of like, maybe it was at the bottom of a bunch of, like, really embarrassing, weird shit. And it was, like, something that seemed somewhat like maybe my brain was working at the time.
Yeah.
So it stood out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is, my mom is always like, it's so weird for me to hear that you say you have social anxiety, because I just don't understand how that works. You're standing on stage, talking to people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone does,
different.
at some point. Like, it is also way different.
Yeah.
Like, you are alone still on stage.
Yeah. And you're protected. Like, it seems like, I think to some people it would be really scary. And then to other people, that's like a safe space. Like, that's the space where you can be and say and do things fearlessly.
Yeah.
Like, DJs often hate going to parties.
Yeah.
But like,
God, I would too.
Right. But
that's
like,
even more removed.
Yeah, but you're like when you're in your booth, you're like
Mm-hmm.
in proximity to others and like having fun. But the idea of like being in the space, having to mingle, is too much pressure. Like,
Definitely.
most of the DJ, I don't know why I know a handful of DJs, but they're all like, I would say, socially anxious.
Yeah.
But like, we're out every night because of that,
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely that, and you've been feeling protected, and then also just like completely, I think you have days when you feel great socially and days where you're like, nope, not working.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last time we recorded was, I think, December 12th. Well.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was right before break.
Mm-hmm.
I was gearing up to do.
As if we're in school. Right before our break.
Right before our break came, and we had 2 weeks off of school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't seen each other since you went to... No, we saw each other in Portland.
We did.
Somehow, I had a flight delay. Both of us got, I would say, relatively lucky with airport stuff this holiday season, where Southwest melted.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, their flights are getting canceled. They can't see their families. We got pretty lucky. I had a 2.5-hour delay, and you had one lost and now found bag.
Yeah.
But
I had a last minute delay on one flight.
Oh, did it? Okay.
From the guy eating Panda Express who
that's
decided
right,
he
that's right.
needed to break his seat.
Yeah. Which, yeah, we should talk about my TikTok rabbit holes lately.
Well, yeah.
But we ended up on our way. Like, I was flying from LA to Portland. You were flying from Dallas to Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Because of my delay, we ended up landing within 20 minutes of each other in Portland.
If that, I don't even.
I was.
Okay.
Because you landed and then you were going to get your bags that you had checked.
Oh, yeah.
And I landed and just like met you there, and
Yeah.
your bags were already ready.
Yeah.
But we lucked out. Thanks, Steve-O and Sinbad, for picking us up in the
Thanks, Mom
freezing
and Dad.
rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked us up for winter break. We basically, like, Portland was about to get an ice storm, and we landed within like an hour after it had started.
Yeah. That whole day was like, oh, man.
Are we going to make it? Yeah.
We're going to make it. Because it was like the whole journey was, had gone from LA to Denver, from Denver to Aspen to Dallas. And then it was like sitting in Dallas, it's snow flurrying there.
Mm-hmm.
Which happens. But I still feel like this is weird when you
Yeah.
see it.
In Texas?
Dallas.
Yeah, totally.
And then it
Doesn't
was like
feel
an
right.
ice storm's coming. And of course, Steve-O's like, hey, you best not even to come.
Is that what he said? My dad was saying the same
Yeah.
thing too. Like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
No
they're like,
pressure,
it's
no
gonna
pressure.
Be bad, okay? You're going to be stranded and, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, Beck.
Aw.
But I was like, well, my flight is booked and I'm at least going to try.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it ended up being the last flight that made its way into Portland before the rest of them got canceled for the next, 24 hours, I think.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I just remembered in LA when they announced our delay. My parents were texting me, like, trying to figure out, like, because they're like, your flight's been delayed. You should, like, here's your opportunity to rebook. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, if it's going to be an ice storm tonight, does it make more sense for me to rebook for tomorrow?
And you're already there.
I know. And I'm like, they're saying, like, apparently it wasn't weather related either. They were just like, the pilot wasn't here. So the pilot's flying in from Las Vegas. As soon as he lands,
They're always,
We're-
somewhere else.
they had, pilot was missing.
You had
So-
a luncheon at the Holiday Inn.
Right. And so I just, like, went up to get a little clarity. And I mean, I guess it was kind of an annoying thing to do, but I was just like, I'm going to go talk to them and just see, like, what are the odds here? Like, is the weather going to be an issue, or is it like pilot comes, we're good,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Tell
go
me
up-
what's going down, my brother.
Yeah, like, and I'm nice to people all the time. Like, I'm not
All the time.
All the time.
24/7.
But,
I am a
like,
delight.
I'm really like I make a conscious effort not to be rude to anyone in like a customer service role.
Is it hard for you to do that? Like, is your
No.
first instinct to be like, fucking lash out?
No, not really.
Okay.
Only honestly, if I've been on hold for like an hour, only over the phone, but never in person is it like my instinct to be a jerk. But I find myself like if I'm on hold for a really long time and I'm like getting the runaround from people, I'm just like, I'm
Get
not
me somebody.
Yeah, like I'm not mad at you, but I am mad. I
Yeah.
need you to know that. But no, I was like I was just like, hey, how's it going? You know, like just curious, like, and he was like, so the pilot is on his way, and he like cut me off and like gives me the spiel he just gave. And I was like, no, I hear you, but like, I'm just trying to figure out, I got this message like saying I should rebook. Like, how, like, can you give me any like odds and of like how sure we are that we're going to take off if the pilot shows up? And he just like drops his head, looks up at me and goes, ma'am. And then looks at the guy behind me and is like, can I help you, sir? And I was just like,
Oh, shit, dude.
my God. And I know it's the holidays and he's dealing with a lot of assholes, I'm sure. But I was not one of those assholes. And I got shot down so hard. And like the look of disgust on his face for me even like broaching the question. I was just like, I was so embarrassed that I went to a different gate to wait. Like, I was just like, I'm not going to sit anywhere that guy can see me because I was just like so taken aback. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? And I'm like replaying it in my head. Like, was I mean? Like, did I come off rude in any way?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
People be fed up, man.
He was fully fed up. Yeah.
But it's hard to ask someone in that position the odds.
I know, and totally.
I feel like
Admittedly
you're always
annoying.
asking about the goddamn odds.
Admittedly annoying. But
Like, what do you want? What were you expecting? 50-50? 60-40?
honestly, someone chiller in that role would have been like, honestly, this weather's wild. Like,
Yeah.
it might be, you might be better off booking tomorrow, but I can't tell you one way or another. Just fucking humor me. You know? Like, then I can like,
kind of like that, though. It gave you a little sass. Ma'am, step out!
pretty much, he didn't even tell me to step off. He just averted his eyes. I was like, fuck, okay. Yeah, it was really rude.
That
I'm
is
still
like
shook.
some serious. I mean, he wrote you off.
Yeah.
And then Steve and Sinbad picked us up. Your parents were waiting outside
With cookies.
with cookies.
I know.
They were so cute. Your dad held me in a warm embrace.
Yeah.
And your mother and your brother Reza.
Mm-hmm.
So good to see him. It's been
Oh,
years.
God. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, my dad was super cute. They were so grateful that your parents, because your parents also were at the airport an hour and a half before we landed.
Yeah.
They were just sitting, waiting it out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's such a parent thing to do. It's so tender.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, they're already there. I'm like, dude, I got an hour and a half left on this flight, on this 2-hour flight.
They were probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how they do.
But it was sweet. And then it took the pressure off my parents because I could be like, they're already there.
Yeah.
Don't, like, because my dad otherwise would have been like, no. Like,
Yeah.
dad competition. Like,
Oh, God.
if he's a good dad, I'll be a good dad too. I'll come get you. I'm like, no.
Oh, nonsense.
That's fine. But yeah, we had a fun little.
Yeah, Steve-O, they lived in like ice storms for their whole lives.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve-O used to tie a rope to the back of his car with saucers on it and drive us through the ice.
Yeah.
And a couple of times, he'd slam on the brakes and the saucer would go under the car. And you're like, uh-oh, here comes the exhaust pipe. And he would just
Get as
fucking
flat as possible.
like all those hills in Tiger. I mean, he'd whip our asses around.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time being a little kid and like, it was shortly after finding out it was an accident. I was like, he's trying to kill me.
Oh,
And that'd be a fun way to go.
that would be. Yeah. He'd be doing you a favor.
Yeah.
That's funny. So I went down a TikTok. Now I have TikTok because I'm, trying to get the word out about the pod.
Have you been losing any sleep at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, it is.
Okay, good.
I need to like set up I
Mhm.
like last night I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed at 10 because I'm trying to go to bed early, wake up early, do my whole morning routine, whatever.
Yeah.
I was in bed at 10 And then by the time I like stopped scrolling, it was past 11. And I was like, I just got sucked in. And not only am I sucked into TikToks, I went down a like Karen's Gone Wild rabbit hole.
Yeah, how did you wind up there?
I sought it out. I looked for it.
Why?
I think someone had told me that was like a crazy avenue.
Okay.
And it is.
Did not disappoint?
No, these women are wild. So that was very interesting to watch. But no, then I sent you a I sent you one last night. Now the algorithm.
Yo, why are you being fed prison content?
I'm getting prison TikToks. Like,
well, you must have been talking about prison.
I wasn't. I don't know.
I don't know.
know.
Prisons?
No.
You've been watching Orange is the New Black?
Nothing.
Huh.
No prison stuff in my life at all right now. And I'm getting...
Well, we just said it way too many times.
Well,
now,
yeah,
now we're both fucked.
Now we're just going to get more. But super entertaining. I didn't know.
What are they doing at said prisons?
Dancing. They're dancing.
Okay, so that's more of a dancing thing then, probably.
But all in orange jumpsuits. Like, I didn't realize there were phones in there. I didn't realize there was so much dancing downtime. You know, like, are they choreographing things together?
Are they dancing to camera?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
creating content.
And they've got like their Venmo linked to their TikTok.
Shit.
So like you can just give, you know, prison guys money for cigs and stuff.
What?
You should click on the one I sent you. That guy does a lot of dancing videos.
I should go to prison. I feel like I'd be so focused.
I mean, your life would be very scheduled, which is kind of nice.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah. And now it's dance time.
In prison. In most jurisdictions, prison inmates are forbidden from possessing mobile phones due to their ability to communicate with the outside world and other security issues. But mobile phones are one of the most smuggled items into prisons.
There we go.
Aren't there like crazy like sequences of hierarchy in prisons as well?
Amongst the inmates?
People helping people doing things.
I've never been. I don't know.
I just watched a movie about it. A guy who like helps catch drug dealers from within the prison.
Okay, someone just told me that our phones don't really listen to us, but what they do is they even track, like right now.
Oh fuck!
They
don't scare
know
me.
that you and I are in this room together, so they'll feed me things that you're searching for.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll feed you things that I'm searching for because they know that we're friends because we're in the space together.
Like as if there wasn't already enough group think. They're like, here's some more.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, TikTok's been fun.
I mean, we're all fucked. My mom kept saying, so what is it with TikTok? What is it with the thing with TikTok?
Careful.
Is it really listening? Is it really listening to you? And then Alexa, everything is listening to you. I was like, Mom, everything's been listening to you.
Yeah.
You're on Facebook all the time. You have a phone. Like that's an Alexa, you know?
You're being tracked. That's for sure.
It's funny to me when certain people pick and choose very specific things that are like, no, I'm not doing this. Like my friend Courtney will not do TSA pre. She's like, I don't want to give my fingerprints to the government.
Dude,
like,
they have
sweetie.
it. Yeah. They have your nudes backlogged.
Yeah. I've always said I don't care if my nudes get released, but I'm worried that my pictures of my turds will.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that can't at least be traced to you.
Very true.
There you go.
See your reflection in the water. Probably wouldn't happen with a real explosive diarrhea, but if there's a thin log, God. Sure.
When I was in Thailand a few years ago, I was with like a group of friends, and there was a while where like the boys in the group, because we all got sick. Like we were in India together, and then we went to Thailand, and all of us were like stomach sick. And the boys in the chat group were just sending explosive diarrhea pictures every day, and like comparing them to like images of like, look, this one's like, you know, the Mona Lisa. Like this one's like this label of a beer.
This one looks like Snoopy.
Yeah, it was just like, this is, and then I'd like wake up in the morning to just like nasty diarrhea explosions.
Any interesting colors?
You know, hard to go back that far and recall, but I think they were all shades of brown.
That's that's somewhat healthy.
Is this
Speaking of brown,
I was gonna ask.
this podcast is sponsored by Zin. Okay, so I go to the gas station. I'm like, Aaron, I'm running errands.
I'm running one errand.
No, I had to go to CVS.
Okay.
But I was like, hi, can I have the 6 milligram citrus flavor? And she like starts thumbing through all of them, and they're all cascading
Citrus
off, and there's like
flavor?
a huge line. I was like, oh Jesus! And she goes, I only have brown, and I was like, fuck it, this is how bad it's gotten. But it's coffee flavor. And I
Oh,
gotta tell you,
pretty good.
like just when I ran out when I was in Utah, and I was like, I'll just stop. It's New Year's Day.
Sure.
All I have now is like my pocket loose ones.
Your Lucy's.
So I can I can recycle those. I'm disgusting. But then I bought a sleeve of the coffee bean. And now it just feels like I've got a coffee treat in there.
Yeah. I'm surprised no company has created a non-nicotine coffee pouch that you can just get a little,
Yeah, when you just
caffeine hit from, but
it.
yeah, I guess you could.
I thought I was being so sly at home too with my Zins, and then on the way to the airport, my mom goes, "So, notice you chewing that nicotine gum. Why do you do that? It's a
Yeah.
terrible habit." It's like, I know. Yeah, I just do it. I just do.
Look at that snow flurry out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, is your childhood room still like zebra and
No.
neon and Christmas
No, it's
lights?
a
And...
light taupe.
Oh, okay.
But my mom has hung very interesting pictures around it, like just from every personality I had growing up.
Oh, it's still like a Becky themed room
Yeah.
with photos?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She-
funny.
it's like little things. There's like above the bed. There's like 4 pictures of me from like when I like competitively was snowboarding,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like going off a jump onto an airbag, but you can't see the airbag, so I'm like back flipping whatever midair. So they look cool, but I'm like, you can see like the watermark on them of whoever shot them, and she like framed those.
Oh.
And then we had like a PR box from Nickelodeon Middlemost Post that she like cut the cardboard out and framed that.
Cute.
And she like made me sign it. And because I recorded the first episode of that show in my parents' closet during the pandemic.
Oh, right.
I wrote like,
Thank you for always believing in me.
Cute.
that it's like she has this little thing hung that says California road trip. Just like, yeah.
That's
The whole
sweet.
closet is just like shirts from working at Dutch Bros.
Oh, really?
There's so many Dutch Bros shirts that are tiny.
Yeah. I donated
Shout out
all
Dutch
of mine.
Bros.
Shout out Dutch.
Both.
Dutch, you want to sponsor us? We both worked there.
We both worked there.
And
I
we
was at the
know
one-
you went public.
I was at
You
the
guys
one-
got big money now.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
I was at the one next to the Washington Square Mall.
Yeah.
You were
Same.
at, you were too.
Dude,
I'm sorry, I forget.
well, you replaced me. I was going to Denver for a summer and doing my bike trip, and that's when you started. So we were like ships in the night. So we worked with all the same people, but we never worked together.
I remember people used to come in and tip me in Kierslatz.
Really?
Mhm.
Huh. I got like a really, like there were so many creepy men that would drive through there and be like, "Is this one? Why aren't you in a bikini?"
Oh, God.
And then there was one guy that tipped me,
Bikini.
like, because
Like,
like
sir.
drive-through ones are normally like bikini coffee shops. So they were like trying to make a joke about like
Wait, in what world?
in Portland and Seattle, there's like bikini drive-through coffee shops.
Why in the coldest places?
I don't know.
And
It
I've-
never made sense to me. I don't know.
You're just in a fur hat and a bikini.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we got that comment all the time. And
Interesting. I don't know if I ever got that.
then, oh, weird. Yeah, definitely. And then there was one time a guy came through and like tipped me. I want to say it was $1, but maybe let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was $2. And he was
Okay.
like, "Next time, I want to see you in a G-string." And I was like, "You're gonna have to tip me a lot more than that, buddy. Like, move along."
At least 5.
Yeah, seriously. I was just like, ew. What?
Like $5, you see the granny panties.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there were lots of creeps in there. One time I was closing, so I worked by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Closing was always kind of scary. I mean,
yeah,
On the
it
weekends.
could have been for sure. I was closing, I was by myself, and then this car came through, and it was like a guy driving and his girlfriend was in the passenger seat, and they ordered a small hot chocolate.
Mhm.
And I made it, and then I was like passing it to him, and I was like, I don't know what, like my words just got mixed up, and I said, "Here's your small hot cock." And the girlfriend starts cracking up, and he's mortified, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I just like ran into the back and just like hid back there. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, poor guy. Probably traumatized him.
He probably made his whole week.
Well,
Here's your small hot cock. Sorry, I'm not in a bikini today.
I know. It's like half insult,
Welcome to
half.
Dutch Bros. Oh
Yeah,
man, that
oops.
job was so. Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming to Dutch Bros. So you had to be
I
so
know.
fucking high energy.
I know. When
I
you said
loved
like
it.
you hated or you didn't want to be the person that only had the weather to talk about,
Yeah.
that was like when you're like digging deep in the bag of like, how do I carry this conversation with this customer?
Yeah.
It's like, pretty hot out today, huh?
Well, you're like, oh, what are you guys up to today?
Yeah.
Nothing? Okay. Cool. Pretty nice weather, huh? Fucking A.
And then you're like, when is too soon to ask what color straw you want? Because that's my
the
last.
end.
Yeah.
That's
like,
it.
And then you're like looking at the person who's actually making the drink, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Come on. I can't carry this conversation anymore.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I remember being so bad at first. And Tina was like, get it together, Becky.
Really?
Yeah. It was just, there was one morning at like 6 a.m. It must have been like around a big shopping time or something. But the milks were going everywhere. I mean, they had the half and halves, the 2%. Everything was confused.
Oh,
Like
no.
100 cups everywhere. And I think eventually she was just like, just move. Just get out of the way.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to train. And I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better for her and better for Dutch Bros. Because this is my life. I used to love the tips.
Yeah.
I remember like you'd make just enough tips you could like stroll over to Washington Square Mall and like buy a t-shirt.
That wasn't a Dutch Bros branded t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like, I mean, it was a good, I was assistant manager. But it was,
You seem like you should own a few Dutch Bros.
well,
Don't take that as an insult.
I don't.
Okay.
They make a ton of money. So it's a good investment
I don't think
if
there's any
anyone
in
thinks
LA.
about franchising. No, there's not. I don't want to do that, but
Maybe we should think about it. This couch is a similar color.
it is actually, it's perfect.
Hi, welcome to
It is a little like, it's grown a lot and it got a little culty, I would say. But
I'd say it was always a little goddamn culty.
yeah, I mean, that's probably true.
It's like we live, breathe, bleed Dutch Bros.
Yeah. Yeah, even the like customers, there's a new sticker every month.
Oh shit.
People were like die hard. I need the new sticker this month. Do you have the new sticker this month?
Oh man.
Like you see cars that are just like plastered with those things.
I used to love the raspberry Red Bulls. I ended up having like 8 of those a day.
Wow.
Pinging off the motherfucking walls.
Yeah. Well,
I noticed you didn't respond to my note in the phone notes. I was
What'd you write?
I was gonna text it to you, but then I was like, I don't want to text her this, and then also put it in the notes. But when I went to Utah for New Year's, I didn't really have I spent the whole like winter season just being like, I'm just gonna fly wherever and like not have a plan. It was like the Heavy Pour tour has wrapped.
yeah, congrats.
Thank you, Mariam.
200 shows.
I don't know.
Oh, well. A lot.
A lot.
Many a show.
Yeah, from August 2021 till
Yeah.
So many cities. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I mean, what a wild ride and just so much fun meeting so many people and traveling to cities I probably never get to see.
Yeah.
A lot of times just, was an idiot in my hotel room.
That's okay.
Postmates and Schlotzky's wherever I could. But the tour hath wrapped, and so we celebrated, and then I was just like, oh man, okay. Everywhere's getting so much snow. So my cousin lives in Utah, so I wanted to go out to Utah, and I fucking first day back on the stick is tough.
Uh-huh.
And do you snowboard?
I used to.
You ever like tomahawk? And you kind of like, you do a flip, but then you pop back up on your feet sometimes.
Yeah.
that kept happening. But this one time I ate shit so hard. It was right after lunch. I'd eaten too much cheese and meats and, and I just like tumbled and like, I must have hit my left tit so hard, but I bounced back up and I had been listening to Megan Thee Stallion and I was like riding on because I was totally fine somehow. Sometimes you fall and you're like, it's broken, but it was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And not only am I good, I've somehow maintained speed. and then I just hear this like siren going off and my phone had like automatically called 911, like emergency SOS. Because it had been like, I think I was going like, 35 miles an hour and then it just like stopped. And someone said your phone, that's a new update on the phone that it can automatically do that because they assume it's a car crash.
Oh.
But when I Googled it after the person said it, I didn't find that exactly, but it maybe just hit the button. But it was like it was making a noise that I've never heard before.
It's like you are in trouble.
Cancel, fuck.
Oh my gosh. That's wild. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
On the mountain, on the slopes?
It snowed so much. It was so much. They're just fun,
Yeah.
My cousin Margs and her fiance William Craig.
Did it get you excited for snowboarding in Japan?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
It really did. And then there's a couple of resorts in Utah that are only skiers only. So we went. I had to ski one of the days, and I haven't done that in fucking years.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. But my cousin and her fiance, like, they treated me how I treat people when I'm teaching them to snowboard or ski, which is like take them to the hardest run and be like, you got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get it now. And I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't go that way on these fucking skis in 2 feet of powder. You have a couple falls, and the skis are so cumbersome,
I mean, I've done both. I skied as a kid, and then I switched to snowboarding, and then I switched back to skiing.
Yeah,
like in my 20s.
Yeah,
and then I tore my ACL, and that was it.
Yeah, we got to get you the PT, get that thing strengthened up so you can rebirth a muscle.
Yeah, but I think I like skiing better.
We don't have to bend over and strap in,
and it's just like
fun.
Yeah, I think you have more. I feel like I don't know what it is about it. I think it's just like feels less restricted.
Yeah. You get to just straddle split your way down the hill.
Yeah.
Puss to the wind.
And then I think with snowboarding, you're always clipping an edge, like at least I was.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, it's just like tumbling. And then if you get stuck in powder in a snowboard, you're like blindly reach because you can't lift it up because there's so much surface area. You're just shoveling snow.
Mm-hmm.
No?
I think it's way easier to get out of powder on a snowboard than skis. Skis
really?
got your poles. You're like, fucking. Yeah. By the way, if you came to the Denver or Aspen shows, thank you so much. That Aspen show was, okay, well, Denver, something fucked up happened. Okay, well, not that bad. I had written this rap song for my Beck the Halls virtual show.
Right.
And we were like, oh, it's perfect. It's like holiday. Like, yeah, I should open when I do stand up as myself with that rap and Mariam.
And it was the only people who have ever seen that were people that were at your live show.
Virtual event, yeah.
Yeah.
Mariam, I don't know if you've ever rapped on stage.
Absolutely not.
And I even have, I guess, now that I think of it.
You used to get paid to rap on stage. Yeah.
But something about it, it was just like, it was so out of place. And I came skipping out with this like Santa hat on. And I was like, Beck the motherfucking Halls, bitch. Like trying to rap. And I literally finished and I like took the hat off and I was like, I am never going to do that again.
You said that to the crowd?
I was like, that was so fucked up.
Did they laugh at that?
Yeah.
Like after the song?
It's fine. They were like, it's gay.
Oh my God.
But I was like, I am mortified. They were all just looking at me like, and I'm like, tis the season of shit. Used to jangle them balls, now I jingle them clits. Like that was literally a line in the rap. It was so bad, Mariam.
Oh my God. I wish I could have. Did you film it?
Yes.
Okay. I at least want to see it.
We had an awesome time. Also, my brother came up after and he goes, I gotta say, Bex, Entitled was a little lackluster. It's like, Mike, you can fuck right off. Okay? I've been playing with your kids all week.
Yeah.
All right? Uncle Biggles.
Compliments only.
His wife was like, Mike, shut the fuck up. You are drunk and you don't know what you're talking about. I was like, that's fine. I mean, he maybe was expecting the whole show was going to be entitled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Fucking Mike. God damn
That's
it. I
right.
love you. But you know what? That's fine. Then we went to Aspen and it was just like, oh God, it felt so good.
Yeah.
It was so fun. And it felt like just a grand homecoming. Finishing the tour there was so special.
Yeah.
And just so many people that like, you know, really accepted my characters early on, and like to be able to bring the full package back there was just awesome.
Have you been thrown up on by a stranger before?
I've thrown up on someone before.
So no, you've not been thrown up on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a baby.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Okay.
Babies don't count. That's
Okay.
like milk. That's just hot milk.
If anything, it's a favor. Who threw up on you?
A coworker.
Oh, Mariam.
Yeah, I was at a work retreat a few years ago, in wine country, and we like had a night the night before. Like, management went to bed and like the kids were playing, and we just like drank a ton. We were dancing all night. I was doing like headstands and like bringing chairs out as props and like just having a time on the dance floor. And then the next day, like everyone, it was time to like get in our van and go back to the airport.
Mhm.
But it was like an hour drive from Napa to, I think it was the Sacramento airport. Sacramento airport. And I get on the bus. And one of my coworkers gets on, and then she's like, "Hey, can I sit next to you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Oh God.
And
Oh God.
we're driving, and the bus driver announced, like, we're not going to make any stops because we're like cutting it close to the flight. So like, if you have to pee, pee now, you know. And
Pee in your seat right now.
yeah, like before we leave. So she sits next to me. We're driving. We're probably like 20 minutes on the road, and she's definitely super hungover. I'm feeling fine because I danced out whatever I drank.
Yeah.
And then at some point she's like, "I think I need the bathroom."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't think they said I think they said they weren't going to stop, but like we can ask them to if it's an emergency." I thought she had to like poop.
Mm.
So I'm like, "Oh, well, let's ask Leah." And then she's like, No. I'm like, "It's fine. It'll be fine." I'm like, "All right. Like, you know your body better than I do." Like, I was like, "Are you sure you can hold it that long? Like, I feel like we have another hour left in this drive, or like 40 minutes. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm fine."
Oh God.
And then she kind of like leans back and is like closing her eyes. And then out of nowhere, she's like, grabs me and she's like, "I'm going to throw up." And I was like, oh God, I didn't realize like we could have gotten a bag, you know, like we could have prepared for this. And so I'm like, "I don't have anything." I was like, your purse?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, and then she just like all over, mostly on her lap, but like on my leg, all over like our shared armrest.
It really does splatter.
Dude, and I am like, it's taking every ounce of my restraint to not also barf. Because once I saw her barf, it's like barf-o-rama.
Yeah.
The smell, I'm like, I'm just like looking out the window and I'm like rubbing her back. I'm like, it's okay. And I'm just like dry heaving and like trying not to look.
Was it Chunky Monkey?
Dude, it was the nastiest.
Like some charcuterie in there?
I really was doing my best not to look. But all I know is I'm like over and over, and I'm just like, do not throw up. And then finally, like, and I can't even, I'm like dry heaving so much that I can't like flag, like I can't ask for help from anyone. And then the other people around like flag down the girl that could bring us the bag. And meanwhile, like, sorry, I skipped the best part. Like right before that, she was just like, I'm so embarrassed. I was like, it's okay. And she just goes, "Fuck it. I'm just going to revel in this." And then she leans back, like fully leans back on the chair, and then just looks down and barfs
Again?
all like intentionally all down the front of her body. And I'm just like,
I'm just gonna revel in this.
I'm just going to revel in this. I'll never forget it because I was like, the commitment to just being disgust. Like, you're just like, this is
It's
who I
over.
am now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just the girl covered in barf. I might as well give it my all, you know?
Oh,
And then, like, the bag came.
yeah.
We ended up stopping at a Walmart. I'm like salad, like the nasty in my mouth. Like,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm barf even talking about it. But then we like went in there. She changed her outfit. I like cleaned up. I think I had to change my pants, but like they cleaned the chair while we were in there like cleaning up. But I was just like, and I feel so bad like even telling this story. She was so mortified, and like I adore her, and she apologized like profusely. But I was like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, it happens to the best of us. We've all
Yeah.
been like super sick before.
It's those bus
But-
rides, I tell you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely was there before.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, it was gnarly.
Oh.
It was pretty gross.
So did you have to get a little moo from Walmart?
No. I mean,
Moo-moo?
we had bags, like we had clothes with us.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then when we got to LA, like the plan was always that, because we lived near each other, and the plan was always her boyfriend was going to pick us up and like take me home too.
Oh, God.
Some poor girl had to like, I'm in the car with, like, she can't just like get away from me. Like, she just has to
Along
like
for the ride.
sit. Yeah.
I would have been like, I'm
sit,
getting an Uber.
still
see you next week.
embarrassed. Yeah. I'm like, sorry, hey, nice to, and she's like, guess what I did? And like tells him everything. And he's like, oh, babe, no.
Maybe a shower when you get home.
Yeah.
We're fine.
I know. Well,
Do you want to do some questions?
well, yeah. So this time we asked people not specifically for questions, but for embarrassing stories or secrets, because, and of course they'll be anonymous, but
Yeah.
I think we want to get into, I feel like because on this podcast we cover a lot of topics,
Yeah.
and some of them are embarrassing leaning.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to like get embarrassing stories from you guys, and then we can all relate.
Secrets.
I love secrets. Should we call this segment Secret Time?
Secret Society.
Told my husband I'd sleep upstairs tonight so he can get a good night's sleep, but really it's for me. That's good. That's just good.
I mean, I feel like
Good housekeeping.
a lot of couples are doing the separate room thing,
Yeah.
and reports are good.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need sleep, you know?
Yeah, you need sleep, and you spend so much time sleeping solo. And then it's fun to just explore various beds.
Yeah.
And if you want to break dance in the bed, as I do, it's nice to have a little space to do so.
There you
But
go.
It's also nice to snuggle. And
Yeah.
then fart on your partner.
Yeah.
And then, okay. Found out my ex cheated, so I hid 5 tubs of feta cheese behind his dashboard. Now, this is pure wizardry.
It really is. And where are they hidden?
5 of loose feta?
Crumbled? Is it crumbled? Or she just put the bricks in there?
If it's a tub, it's got to be crumbled.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I assume she would write brick.
What if she
But
just
so she's unscrewing the dashboard, putting the feta back there, popping it back together.
Or is she sprinkling them down, sprinkling the crumbles down the vent?
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it's talking wizardry over here.
The feta?
That is revenge beyond. Wait, sorry. This is X.
Found out my ex cheated.
Okay, so
So
she did it after he cheated.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you get access to your ex's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend's car? But got it. That's pretty solid revenge. It reminds me in high school when we were big into TPing houses.
Mm-hmm.
It got a little out of hand at some point,
Sure.
and someone poured tuna water in someone's like vent.
Vents?
Yeah,
Anything with fish it's taking it
yeah,
to the next level.
yeah. That's very hateful.
Yeah. Or there were a lot of like eggs in the pool, which are also,
Eggs in the pool?
yeah,
What do we mean by that? Like cracking
broken,
eggs?
cracked all the egg into the pool, and it's like it goes everywhere.
I've
and
never
there's
even
shells
heard
everywhere.
of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
awful.
I have to like drain the pool completely because the shells can fuck it up. I
Mm.
heard a couple that happened a couple times. People growing up. When my ex used to be a dick, I'd throw away his shit. Like, okay, Mike, I'm a bitch. Bye, watch. That's like
Ruthless.
some sibling shit right there.
Yeah.
I just
that
throw away
is-
his shit.
That's really. And then he's like, "Where'd my watch go, babe?" Like, I don't know.
Oh.
You'd have to play it off so, like,
Mhm. It'd be an acting exercise for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Lion exercise.
These kind of remind me of one time I accidentally got revenge on a shitty boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
He got in a drunken fight with one of his best friends and like broke his face. Like my boyfriend had a broken
Under eye.
cheekbone. Yeah, whatever this bone is here.
His contour line.
Yeah. And his friends like called me that night. They're all wasted. They're like, "You need to come over." He's like, something bad happened, and they're just being drunk and annoying and not telling me what actually happened. I show up. He hasn't even attempted to wash his face. There's just like crusty blood. I'm like, okay, like taking care of him. Like getting him ice for his face. And at some point, like in the middle of the night, the ice bag had melted. So it was all dark, and I like went into his freezer and like grabbed a bag of frozen peas, whatever, like just a bag of frozen food. And I go go back to bed, put it on his eye, and go to sleep. And then like an hour later, I wake up to him being like, "Ugh, what's that smell? Ew, what is that?" And it was a bag of shrimp.
Oh, no, dude.
So it had like melted and was just like juicing shrimp water
Oh.
all over him. For real? Like, oh, I'm really sorry, but also kind of not.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like you deserved the shrimp water on your face.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was accidental, but I felt joy with it.
Yeah.
A little secret joy.
Yeah.
Have you taken revenge on an ex?
I did a lot of TPing.
Really?
A lot of TPing. But I don't think that was ever like on an ex. I think it was just on people I had crushes on. I was like, this'll get them.
It was flirting.
It was flirting. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to ruin their house.
Yeah. That was how we flirted back in the day,
We used to do this thing called cans,
Okay.
where we would take fishing line and we would tie pop cans to the end of it and we would run it across the street. So
I've
then
heard of
people
people
would
doing
drive
this.
through and it would be like, ka-think, 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 and we just go, ah! And he'd, like
Yeah.
run off. And then one time we got a fucking cop and he like came looking for us.
Oh God.
And that did not go over well. But I don't think I've ever done like, no, serious revenge. We used to do a lot of like the car paint stuff. Like I remember drawing quite a few dicks.
I can see that for
coming
you.
out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dicks.
Hair on the balls.
Yeah, I think I was more concerned with like the jizz splattering across
Okay.
various windows.
Yeah.
Um,
Everyone's got their own priorities.
yeah. Oh, Mariam, this one's good for you.
Okay.
I too once got a shit stuck in my ass.
So annoying.
Sometimes I attend virtual AA meetings late night because I'm lonely and the people are nice.
Oh.
Do you, sweetie?
Yeah.
Do you?
See, we all just need love in our lives.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you find it.
Yeah. Friendship, storytelling,
Support.
knowing you're not alone.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
That's what we're after.
Yeah. Do you want kids? This is a question.
That was a question?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I
Really?
do. I really do. Yeah. I'm ready for kids, I think, now.
Wow. I would not expect that from you.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think you'd be a terrible mother. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think I'd be really fun.
No, you would be. You would be great.
I think the kid would come out weird,
That's okay.
but
Weird
in the
is
best
good.
in the best
Yeah.
I think they would just be hearing constant little voices
I think you,
and little characters, and then it would be fun to see what they morph into.
yeah.
I really want to be a mom
Wow.
and have just little Sputniks. And just, take them to romp around and just teach them things, Teach them how to do sports and how to read and be silly and, yeah.
Is any part of it scary to you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, my body's fucked.
Oh, so your body's
also
the
just-
scary part.
Oh, not so much my insides, but, I have a very square figure. Like, people used to always make fun of me and say, like, I don't have childbearing hips.
Yeah.
So I'm just a little square.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like square people haven't had kids before.
That's very true.
I would like a C-section, I think.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Harder recovery time.
My mom always says she loved being pregnant.
Wow. I mean, I've had a lot of friends who have had kids, and I'd say it's probably fewer love it. Most people are fine with it, and a couple people have absolutely been miserable during pregnancy.
It is fun to watch your friends turn into parents.
Yeah.
Some I'm like, oh, I was not expecting that. And then some I'm like, okay, love this.
Yeah.
Love this.
Yeah. They're fun. Kids are fun.
I love the honesty.
Yeah, exactly. Kids are like little, they haven't been jaded by the world yet. There's something like very beautiful and, I don't know, the innocence of a child is like, and the spirit. I think like that.
I think it just can reignite your spirit.
Yeah. And we've talked about this, like that curiosity that comes with being a kid is like what?
Is this hot?
Will this electrocute me? Yes. The answer is yes.
Do you want kids?
No. I don't. I think I'm content being like, okay, I say that with the caveat that who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
But right now, my answer is no.
Okay. Or are you considering freezing any eggies?
No.
Okay.
I mean, when I was 15, I remember telling my dad that I didn't want to have kids. And I was like, I don't understand why you wouldn't adopt when there's like so many parentless children out there. Like, why would you have your own children? And he was like, it's not a rational decision, honey. It's an emotional one. You say whatever you want right now, but your mind's going to change later. And I was like, probably true.
Yeah.
But I'm, nearing 35 and feel the same.
Yeah.
So
I would definitely adopt.
Yeah.
If I couldn't have kids, or if that's what it wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's what it wanted to do.
I think I love kids. I've always I'm naturally maternal. I can play with them. Like I think they're very fun.
Yeah.
But I've never had that like maternal.
That's why you're friends with me.
Like
I'm maternal. I take care of fucking everyone.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. I've never, and I only have a couple friends. It's weird being a woman who doesn't want kids because people either say you're selfish or they say, oh, you don't know what you want or like whatever. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure
right now. This is what I want.
Yeah. So. And it doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that I hate your kids. Like I can be both. I can enjoy the presence of kids and I can be a really fucking good auntie to a lot of kids.
Auntie
and
Miriam. Also
like hand them back over when I'm done, Yeah. So yeah, I've never had it. I've been waiting for the moment where like my body will be like, you're wrong, but
you're gonna have some kids.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I feel it in that because that is always what people say. Like your body's just gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like they said that your body was gonna tell you when you were getting your period too, and it came out brown. So, it was a little confusing. Something in my figure. Something.
Yeah.
Something's making me want to cradle a little turtle.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what it is.
It's like I'm upset that Sandy the dog is never going to start talking. I was acting like I was choking her.
Yeah.
It's like I put so much time into you.
Right.
Speak.
That's cute. Yeah. I mean, dude, kids are cute. Also, TikTok also feeds me lots of videos of kids doing really funny shit. And I'm very entertained by it.
I love watching kids falling though too. So what does that say?
Kids Getting Hurt is my favorite Instagram account.
Yeah.
I've followed it for years.
Great.
Diehard fan.
Yeah.
At Kids Getting Hurt.
There was a
great
video
content.
Tiki-Taki fed me the other day of someone that was going down ski patrol and the toboggan thing
Mm-hmm.
had detached. And this thing was going like 200 miles an hour, dude. And the ski patrol person is just flying trying to catch it.
Oh,
And
God.
I could not stop laughing.
Oh, my God.
Because I've been in those things before. And you do always, that's like your worst fear. You're like, they're going to drop me. And I'm going to be fucking heading down the glacier.
Oh, no. There was someone in it?
I think so, but I guess who
God.
knows?
All right, guys. We love your secrets. We want juicier ones.
But
And
give
we
us
want
some
more details.
Just tell us the stuff, but maybe people are just more open these days. Nah, tell us the stuff.
I love it. Tell us your juicy, your revenge stories. Tell us embarrassing times you pooped in public. We can all relate to it, I'm sure. If something's embarrassing for you, it's happened to like a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
If you want to give us longer format stories and details, you can call our number, which is in the description, or you can email us at startatbirthpod@gmail.com. And we really like these stories.
We love them.
They're really fun.
I'm very excited to say I'm working on an all new show right now.
Woo!
Woo, woo.
I'm gonna be running it in well, hang on. 1 second, let me just check something real quick because I don't want to fuck this up.
She's gonna fuck
Okay.
it up.
All right, I am very excited to share that I'm working on a brand new show for 2023, the She Gone Tour. We're running it. If you live in Los Angeles or nearby cities, I'm gonna run through it one time at UCB Franklin, January 19th. That's at 8 p.m. After that, the official tour dates will kick off in drumroll. Seattle, Washington!
Woo!
Seattle. I am coming back to the Neptune Theater February 17th. I am so excited. That was one of my first shows of the Heavy Pour Tour years ago, last year, whatever it was. And it was so much fun. You guys were wild. So Seattle, February 17th at the Neptune Theater. Tickets will be live on entitledhousewife.com and BeckyRobinsonTheGreat.com. Portland, I am coming to the Aladdin Theater, Portland, Oregon, February 18th. That is a Saturday. Portland, Oregon. We're taking it to the hometown.
Come on, guys.
Taking it to the
Show
hometown.
up.
Portland, Oregon.
Tigered, we're looking at you.
Aladdin Theater. Tigered. I'll see you there. Okay. And then we're going to Vancouver, British Columbia, February 19th. Vancouver, BC, as part of the Just for Laughs Festival. Tickets will be up for that. I'm playing at the Rio Theater. All the tickets will be on either one of those websites. If you're in Vancouver and you want to go snowboarding, I'm going to be coming straight from Japan. So would love to take you up on that. I saw Cypress Mountain is semi nearby. I'm going to have everything. Helmet and
All the gear.
helmet and sweaty Spanx. So shoot me a DM or an email, startatbirthpod@gmail.com if you want to go rip it up. And we can tomahawk together until our phones automatically dial 911. As always, folks, thank you so much for listening. We love you dearly. We're grateful for your support. I've been Becky Robinson.
And I still am Mariam Mulligafari.
Thanks for listening.
Nothing.